onions, peppers, ground mushrooms, pink salt, and other spices. Texas cowboy dust also goes great with chicken, pork, vegetables, and adds a restaurant quality sheen to gravies and sauces.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down.
Vanilla smoked sea salt seasoning is for seafood. The tarragon and fennel bring out the natural sweetness in seafood. I also use it in rice dishes, on yams, asparagus, blueberry pancakes, and believe it or not, chocolate chip cookies. Vanilla smoked sea salt adds a salty and savory component to sweet dishes that create a symphony for the tongue.
Let me see the screen.
I don't see you. Oh, good day, good people. Once again, you got, that was rude, and I apologize. I'm going to do it again. Good day, good people. Once again, you got the grumpy old nerds here with you. You got me, Uncle John. You got the red bone gangster, Uncle DJ. And you've got behind the ones and twos, Uncle Roy, who is being shy right now. Uncle Percy's feeling under the weather today, so we're going to allow him to skip today's episode. How's everybody feeling? Y'all all right?
We here?
Well, I would be remiss if I did not speak this week on Black love. Now, I have been blessed and highly favored to have been married to 26 years to Mrs. Nerd. God bless her soul. I know Woo-hoo! I am not the easiest person to get along with, and sometimes I am just a straight devil. But I am thankful that I've been able to have sustained this powerful relationship with this woman for the past 26 years. And in a time of divisiveness, in a time of, it seems like the next big thing that's going to happen is aliens are going to come out the sky and try and eat us. One thing remains constant, and that is the love of a strong Black woman. And Mrs. Nerd, I want to thank you for being there with me through the good and bad, producing 5 beautiful children who are completely out of their minds, but they're mine, so I still claim them. And sometimes we have to stop and just acknowledge those around us who we love and who love us. And I sincerely appreciate the fact that I've got a family, an extended family with Roy and Uncle DJ and Uncle Percy, and I've got those around us. I've got people around me who love me for who I am and who I have the pleasure of loving because of who they are. And I would be remiss if I did not say that me and Uncle Percy being the only married nerds on this show, we gonna get some good, strong Black love for Uncle Roy and Uncle DJ at some point. We gonna get it. Don't shake your head, no, man. We gonna get some solid Black love for Uncle Roy and Uncle DJ, because in these times, everybody needs that somebody. And in spite of the fact that sometimes I get on her nerves, Mrs. Nerd allows me to still be me, and I can make sure that I can count on the Black love of Mrs. Nerd. That's a constant. That will always be there. Everybody needs that love. So if you have people around you who love you, if you have people around you who care about you, make sure that you let them know that you love them too. And make sure that you let them know that you appreciate the love that they give you, because sometimes that's all you have. And that alone sometimes will bring you out of the malaise that we may find ourselves in today's times. So I come up off my pedestal. Uncle DJ over there shaking his head. That's all right. Somebody go come over there and rub your bald head one day, Uncle DJ.
Your anniversary must be coming up.
No, you know what? The reason I say this, for those of you who don't know Mrs. Nerd, along with being a teacher and a mother and a wife, she's also in seminary. And she's also one of the assistant ministers at our church. So she's got a lot of stuff going on. And I think that when there are times when she feels like she's at the end of her rope. and I know everybody who knows her, everyone who's met her, has love for her, and sometimes as we are reading the bottle of Jack,
Thank you.
as we greet the bottle of Jack, I think that we all need, sometimes when we're at the end of our ropes, we need someone to acknowledge that they love us, just to give us that food to sustain our soul. So, and I work with two solid brothers on a weekly basis who we gonna get them some good love too.
Why you think I got the bottle of Jack?
Well, you may love Jack, but Jack don't love you back.
Hey, it puts me to sleep just fine.
Oh, Jesus Almighty. Okay.
Can you see the comment from Nicole?
No, I can't. What is Nicole?
Nicole, what's up, Nicole?
Oh, hey, Nicole, how you doing? Nicole,
Yes, Lord.
I can't see that. Lord, that's too small.
Jack Daniels has tucked me in many a night.
Yeah, what's up, dudes?
Hey, Nicole, what's going on? Nicole, I think you're going to be happy today, along with our other viewers, because we were so in love with Lovecraft Country that we ignored another show that's on right now, and that show being Fargo.
Yes.
Still haven't.
And Roy, sometimes Roy, you just don't count.
You know.
But I'm gonna tell you why I was a little I didn't get into Fargo initially, because Lovecraft Country was so dense and so solid, and was created by us. I mean, the reference material was by a white man's book, but Misha Green came along and made it so unique and made it so densely packed that I was just like, wow, how can I watch something that has a black lead that doesn't have like little bits and pieces and nuggets of black history in it, or just it have different references. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, okay, I can't go from Lovecraft Country to Fargo and still be. It wasn't there for me. So, having said that, I binged Fargo over the past couple of days. DJ, we know Uncle Roy said he hasn't seen it. DJ, have you seen it?
Hell yeah.
Okay. One big problem I have, DJ. I'll give you one guess what that is.
With Fargo?
Yeah.
Chris Rock's Chris Rock's almost acting ability. I mean, he's getting there. He's working on it, brother. He's working hard on it. He's like Dwayne The Rock Johnson before he dropped The Rock when he was in Scorpion King, when he used to do the double takes. That was like his whole, little poses and stuff.
He give you the
that was his whole thing in Scorpion King and stuff like that, until he learned to kind of like, he got better at it. Give Chris Rock hasn't had any true meaty roles, and this is a first really good meaty role to, he played the hell out of Pookie.
And that's the problem. When I see Chris Rock in a dramatic role, I keep waiting for him to say, give me one more reel. Just one more reel.
No, that's a totally different movie. You talking about Pookie, you waiting for him to say, keep calling me, man. Keep calling me.
Well, okay. So Chris Rock's defining moment for me was I'm Gonna Get You Sucker with the one reel. Like that.
How about one reel?
That was intentionally funny. When he did that with New Jack City, that was unintentionally funny. Because he was, boy, keep calling me.
Right. True. Very true.
I know.
It was
that's the problem.
supposed to be funny. Right.
I know, and that's the problem. It's just like, oh, come on, Chris.
Okay, fuck the cup. Just put it in my head.
And I'm rooting for Chris Rock because I'm a Chris Rock fan. But you've got, and I think it's funny how they've got the two main characters are Chris Rock and Jason Schwartzman, who are two comedians.
Two comedians, right.
two comedic actors, and Jason Schwartzman is pretty solid.
Schwartzman is
as
killing
an
it.
actor. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he's
but
killing
Chris Rock. Someone described it as I was on social media and I was saying how my one issue with Fargo is Chris Rock, and someone said that Chris Rock always acts like the suit is 2 sizes too big for him.
Always. I don't know who his tailor is, but I mean, you know, it looks like it's engulfing him. Like, you know, he's like, you know, like if he could get somebody, what's the dude from New York? I mean, you know, Chris Rock is a Brooklyn dude, right? Isn't he Brooklyn or Bronx? Right.
I don't know. New York, something.
No, but I'm saying he should have Dapper Dan on his shit, you know, on his speed dial, you know. Dapper Dan should have his shit tailored, you know, fitting him just right, you know, because it's like I said, it's always big, and then it just looks like not only is the role just slightly too big for him, but his clothes are too big for him. But the thing, I will give him credit for the fact that, you know, he's coming into his swagger, because you've been watching the show, so you've seen moments where he's like, you know, he'll break a brother down. It's like, see this right here? Look at this, what I'm talking about. You know, this is what I'm talking about.
I think that I'm a big fan of Noah Hawley. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Who's the writer and creator of Fargo?
Okay.
His scripts are like poetry. His scripts are what Quentin Tarantino wants to be, and I mean that in every sense of the word.
Without using the N-word.
Fuck you, Quentin Tarantino. Yes.
Okay. We're definitely going to have to get into Nicole's comments. She talked about Wonder Woman.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
We got that.
We'll talk about that.
She just posted something talking about saying that Jordan Peele will have a new movie using Walmart as its epicenter.
I have no idea what that's about.
That sounds like a movie to me. You know, man, it always, you know, you walk through a Walmart sometimes at night, it look like some stuff's about to go down. So, you know, I can understand it.
Walmart is every day there's a movie going on at Walmart. You don't even have to have a script or any kind of director. Just walk through Walmart. But Fargo. So we're going to talk about Wonder Woman, Nicole.
Now, who's still in the show, though? For you, who's still in the show?
Stealing the show.
Yeah.
I'd have to say the nurse.
The nurse. Oh, my God.
She's out of her mind.
She's out of her mind, and she's so quirky, and you know, she's just stealing it. Just stealing it.
I mean, no, again, there's always one character in these Fargo series that's completely out of their minds. Excuse me, that steal the show. And this year it's the nurse, and she is scary along with being funny. Right. Mark my words, she's going to end up killing Jason Schwartzman's character.
Oh, that seems like a yeah, that seems like a sure thing.
So this is the first season of Fargo.
No.
Oh, no.
So you know what? Let me backtrack.
Go ahead.
So for those who are not familiar, Fargo was a movie by the Coen brothers, who are brilliant filmmakers themselves.
Brilliant. And the movie was brilliant. And what Noah Hawley did was he took that format and made it into an anthology series. So each season is different from the others. There might be one underlying thread or two, but the first season, each one of the seasons is different. And I fell in love with the first season. Of the 4 seasons that have shown, the first season was my favorite. And it starred not Morgan Freeman. Lord, I'm all confused. But the first season I fell in love with, because it's always some type of crime story. It's always one character who's completely bananas, but you know, is endearing, and multiple people die. You know, was it season 2 or season 3 that had Key and Peele as detective? I didn't watch. This is my first time watching Fargo all the way through the series.
Okay.
I think I tried to start it, and something else was going on or whatever. But, you know, one funny part that we could just say right off the bat is that this season of Fargo is not located in Fargo.
Right. Well, none of them are located in Fargo. All of them are,
Well, the
are
first
different.
one was, wasn't it?
No,
No? Oh, okay.
they're all. None of them are in Fargo, and it always starts with the whole. This is based on a true story. The names have been changed to protect the innocent, and so on and so forth. That's a thing too. But
No, I like
think,
it. I like it. The names have been changed to protect the innocent or something, but the story is told exactly as it happened, out of respect for the dead or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quirky and it's well written and it's interesting, and I appreciate the fact that no, I like the dialogue. The dialogue is what gets me because in particular, this series is set in the 50s, and he uses a lot of the slang from the 50s as well. And it's just like some of the stuff that they're saying, like, what in the world does that mean? It's like if somebody from then listened to us, and I heard a new slang term the other day, sus, which is short for suspect. If you say someone is sus, that means that they're suspect. Yeah. Right.
Oh, two notable mentions. Two notable mentions.
Okay.
The brother, Schwartzman's brother, and the funeral home director's sister. Oh my God.
The two, okay, so another set of quirky characters. There are two women, lesbian lovers, who break out of jail, who are like
that arc is just phenomenal.
I mean, we're all over the place describing this, but I mean, it comes together. It does, but it's so off kilter as to the normal stuff that you usually see on TV that it captures your attention. And so the main theme of this series is that it's 1950s, is St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
No, Kansas.
Yeah. Okay. Kansas City, whatever.
1950s Kansas City. And you've got two mobs. One is black and one's Italian. And it's about who they're butting heads. And of course, Chris Rock is the head of the black gang. And Jason Schwartzman is the head of the Italian gang. And they're jockeying for position. And at the very first episode, they switch sons.
Yeah.
Just to kind of keep their way of keeping the peace is to switch
at the very beginning of the first episode, it's the Irish and the Italians that switch sons.
Right.
And the Italians wind up wiping out the Irish except for the son.
Right.
So, I mean, we all about spoilers. Milk is chilling. But, so you still got the black mob, you still got the Italian mob, but you still do have one holdout from the Irish mob.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's the guy who took Chris Rock's son, right?
Right.
So, okay. So, again, heavy spoilers because we're all
spoilers
on this show.
Heavy spoilers.
At the end of this last episode, DJ, did you feel that it was a little extreme that the tornado hit and swept everybody away?
It's Kansas. I mean, as a character, you bring in Sharknado, it was like, that was the timing might have been a bit convenient, but it would have been less believable if somebody had come out of that alive. And we still don't know. But, if it had just swept up one character and not the other, it would have been like, come on, it's a fucking tornado. They're all in the same location.
Right.
So, but just the fact that it came through, no, I mean, shit happens. And in that situation, it was like, hey.
Okay. I see that. I agree. I kind of, so we're at the stage now in the show where we've got 2 episodes left. And the little black boy is walking home from somewhere. Where? In the dead of winter.
Well, not the dead of winter. Winter doesn't have tornadoes. So it's cold, but it's not the dead of winter.
There's snow on the ground.
They ain't got to be the dead of winter for snow.
Okay.
You've been in Atlanta too long. We got snow in October up here and shit, like and it's 60. It was 60 degrees today, and there was no snow on the ground, last week. So
Right. That's true. So this is the first series that you've actually stuck with it the entire way through, huh?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go back because just for the simple fact that I based on the movie, I wanted to get into the series before, and I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. And then when I didn't watch the first one, I just kind of skipped it. But then with Chris Rock coming in, I'm like, okay, I gotta see what's up with this.
Yeah.
And now that I've seen that, and some of the Fargo guys showed up, or whatever, I'm like, okay, now I got to go back and watch the beginning through so I can see what the how these are connected and how he even knows them, in the first place.
Gotcha.
Like why they even owe him.
Okay, that makes sense. And I haven't really paid attention to the past. Season 1 I watched all the way through. Season 2 was okay, didn't capture my attention all the way. Season 3 I think I just ignored. So maybe I need to go back to season 3.
In season 3, maybe somehow they explain how they know each other.
Yeah, I guess. So all right. Before we go any farther down that particular rabbit hole,
right.
Nicole brought up a very good point. DC is going to release Wonder Woman in Christmas time in theaters and on HBO Max.
They're gonna make bank.
You think so?
Oh yeah. It's must see. It's must see. First of all, I mean, what other blockbuster movies do you have coming out around Christmas time? Unless you count Jingle Jangle, and I don't think you count Jingle Jangle.
Okay. But do you think so? Here's my question: are they going to make us pay extra to see Wonder Woman 84?
HBO Max?
Yeah,
that's not their style. I don't think that's going to happen.
They did with Mulan.
No, that's Disney. Dude.
Mulan? No, that was Disney. That was Disney.
I apologize.
That was Disney. But now HBO Max.
But
HBO is a different type of animal. HBO is always. What's that?
No, I said I'm gonna go see it in the movie theater.
Oh, okay. I mean that's cool because some people still want that experience, and I mean like AMC is allowing you to like rent out your own movie theater. Get a group of people together and rent out the
$100.
How much?
100.
For $100?
Yep.
Yeah.
For $100, you can get the whole movie theater.
Right.
That's all.
Really?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Right.
I can get 10 people to go to the show.
Right, but then you figure they still gonna get you on the popcorn and the and stuff like that. But I mean, as opposed to making no money, they're like, okay, well, how about this?
Exactly.
You get your people together and you guys, have your own theater. There's no strangers. These are all your friends and your family or whatever.
Right.
And, that way, as far as COVID is concerned, that's on you. You can wear masks, not wear masks, whatever, inside the theater. That's you and your people. That's y'all business.
You know what? I would rather go see it in a movie theater, to be very honest. I could get 10 people.
Well, look.
And I think a lot of people will do that. I think a lot of people will do that.
I went to the theater to see Tenet.
Okay.
I went to a 3:00 showing. It was me and one other person in the theater. Literally.
And you paid the regular ticket price?
$7.
$7? It
was a matinee, dude.
Wow. Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, like Nicole said, I mean, as far as the reputation with HBO, as long as you're a paying subscriber, if it's available, it's available. I've never known HBO to like charge anything additional unless it's a pay-per-view, and that's something, they put it on your bill. But that, I mean, how many years ago was that? 30 years ago? 20 years ago?
But let me tell you though, with Disney, they charged extra for Mulan. I think it was like $20.
Right.
But it was successful. They didn't have it in theaters at all, and it was still successful, even though they made people pay $20 to watch it at home. And I'm just like, okay, well, if that blueprint is out there, are you sure HBO Max won't charge?
Well, I think Nicole just made another point. You know, HBO is about its subscribers. So the main thing is like, okay, we got this thing, HBO Max. If you haven't checked it out, here's a perfect opportunity to check it out. And I'm pretty sure in the next month, you're going to see all kind of promotions like, hey, you know, Wonder Woman 1984 is coming out, blah, 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 Christmas Day, you know, get your HBO Max. You know, get it for 6 months at a one-time price of such and such, you know, whatever, just to get them in. And then when they see everything that HBO Max has, you know, the DC, the TCM, all these different little, what is it? Adult, what is it? The comics, Adult
Cartoon
Swim,
Network. Yeah, Adult Swim
Cartoon Network. They got this, they got that, you know. They have a lot. I love it. I mean, I love it. They got
Actually,
a lot.
Of the premium streaming services, HBO Max is, man, if they're not top, because now they even have, yeah, we did. Even now, they've added when the DC Universe discontinued, they've added those shows. So they've got Swamp Thing and Titans, and
there you go. Right. So they just want the subscribers. I think it's more important for them to get the subscribers than to try to, you know, like lose subscribers because they charge $20 for, you know, this one-time event.
Right. That may be true.
She said the theaters that are going to show it are going to be overseas. Well, that sucks.
She said most of the theaters. You know how they do us. You know, hey, there's a new movie coming out, and it's in select theaters in New York and LA. It's like, wait a minute, hold on. What about Chicago? Come on, why y'all keep dissing Chicago?
What about Atlanta?
Like, you know, I don't know about Atlanta being.
Wow.
Chicago's the second city, isn't it? Supposed to be? Is that what they call it?
Second or third, yeah. But wow, DJ, for real. Okay, I see you. That's all right. That's all right. Chicago's still home, but Atlanta's where I live.
Yeah,
now, so.
You guys are upcoming Mecca. You guys are a Mecca.
Entertainment-wise, I mean, Tyler Perry is killing it right now.
That's what I was telling you. I mean, the new, you know, Chicago has its foot in the industry strong for many years. I mean, you go back to Blues Brothers and all of that. Chicago has been strong in the film industry. But yeah, definitely Atlanta has to be part of the conversation.
Absolutely, especially with the there are tons of films and TV shows being filmed down here, and again, Tyler Perry Studios, in and of itself, is a monster in that particular department. So we'll see. But if I can sit at home on Christmas Day and watch Wonder Woman 1984, I'm gonna do it because I mean, why not?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So before we go any further down that rabbit hole, Uncle Roy dug up an article saying that Marvel is in talks to bring Daredevil back.
Yes.
To TV.
And there's a Punisher one out too.
And there's a what?
A Punisher one out too.
Really?
They're talking about bringing him. But okay.
Oh, he woke up for this. Huh?
Yeah, he woke up. Wait a minute. Let me turn up the volume.
I don't want my mic to echo too much because me and John are
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
I will tell y'all that I said this was going to happen 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, when they first started talking about it. When the deal went through, my exact words were, they're going to take the first year, Disney's going to take the first year and promote and push their new shows that are going to be coming out. Because of the pandemic, I think all we ended up getting out of that was The Mandalorian. Out of all those other ones. That they says, you know, we got the WandaVision, all that stuff got pushed back because the MCU got pushed back. And when they canceled it, I told everybody, I said, I guarantee you that they are not going to leave that money on the table by letting Cox go, the dude that plays the Punisher go, or Luke Cage. Now, Michael, what's his?
Mike Collier.
He walks away from the money that they're going to. He may have been trying to flex a little bit, bargain for more money. Because if he walks away from Luke Cage, that would be the dumbest thing.
But the show he's on now is high rated, man.
Wait a minute. Will it be Terrence Howard dumb? or
Yes.
is it above Terrence? Is it below? Come on.
I personally think it'll be above Terrence Howard.
Well, okay, let's look at both instances, okay? Terrence Howard was in one film, and let's be honest, he really wasn't
in the
Rhodey. No, but he didn't embody Rhodey to me.
No. Hold on.
He did.
He killed that part. No, he killed that
He
part.
did. No, I thought he did well.
He killed that part.
Okay, man. hey, man. Tony Stark,
okay,
man. Iron Man.
The chemistry that they had. You know what I'm saying?
I thought
like the
that's what I
chemistry,
thought about it.
right? The chemistry that they had, and if you're gonna have a guy who's supposed to be military, but you're Iron Man, you're Tony Stark, and you do not play by the rules, and you're like playboy extraordinaire, you know, who's gonna be your boy in the military? The dude that's like, you know, skirting the rules and all of that. But let me finish. You know, the guy's he's not gonna be straight laced. He's not gonna be, you know, playing by. He's gonna be a man. You know, stripper pole comes out on the plane, on the private plane. He's like, damn, you got me up here with these, you know, bitches. All right, cool. All right, let's do this. You know, that shit was like the bomb. But now, as far as, okay, if you're gonna have, what's the dude's name now?
Don Cheadle.
No, not, I know the fuck Don Cheadle is. I'm talking about the character.
Oh, Michael Collier, Luke Cage.
No.
James Rhodes.
The real the superhero character.
James Rhodes.
Oh no, War Machine.
War Machine.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're gonna have War Machine, and you're gonna have, you know, the Civil War aspect, where basically Don Cheadle kind of, you know, toes the line and is like, hey, you know, it's the military. We gotta, you know, you guys are going rogue. I can't roll with you like that. That's more Don Cheadle.
Okay.
But the first movie, you know, that, you know, it's like, hey, I, you know, my people over here are tracking some radar shit. I know it's you, bro, but you know, I can't tell nobody it's you, you know, so I'm gonna play this dumb and shit. That was perfect for Terrence Howard.
Hold on, so before John says anything, so I agree that Terrence Howard did a good job as the thing, but that was just a monumentally dumb movie.
Super.
That you want as much as the star of the movie.
Super
and
dumb.
Then John's problem is he was probably sitting there waiting for him to go, whoop that trick. You know, that's
yes. Can't get it out. Yes. Don Cheadle just is more of a military presence to me than Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard.
I totally agree.
Let's go get your suit and let's get some Iron Man.
That's what I said. In the first movie, the way it was written, Terrence Howard killed it. But moving on to War Machine and being more military, Don Cheadle actually does a better job. And to be honest with you, even if Terrence Howard had gotten his money, he probably people would have been complaining like, no, he's not believable as War Machine. You know what I'm saying? Because he's too silly. He's too this, he's too that. So it worked out. I mean, it worked out.
Well, Michael Collier is an idiot if he leaves that money.
Well, okay. So Don Cheadle played James Rhodes, and this is probably the nerd in me speaking. Don Cheadle played James Rhodes the way James Rhodes is in the comics. And
there you go. Okay.
James Rhodes, War Machine, is more of a John Stewart type. Yeah. Like Green Lantern. You see what I'm saying? So in the comics. So I could never get behind Terrence Howard playing that role. So you're right. Going forward, I think it makes more of a dynamic if you have Tony Stark's Playboy and James Rhodes, a straight-laced, straight-arrowed military guy. Right,
because you need that. Yeah, you need that balance.
I'm glad Terrence Howard was an idiot. But Mike Coulter. So I'm looking at Mike Coulter as Luke. Mike Coulter embodies Luke Cage for us now. He does. But in terms of Mike Coulter's career, is he satisfied with playing on the CBS series that he's on now is called Evil, and it has a pretty solid following. Does he take the chance and continue on with that show? Is he contractually obligated to stay on that show? That's the next thing, because when they were let go from Netflix, all those actors were let go of their contracts. So he has no contractual obligation to continue as Luke Cage. Does he
my
have
girl is killing it, and my girl is killing it on All Rise. That's a solid show.
And that's true too. That's true
And
too.
both are CBS.
And yeah, that's funny. But and that's true too. So with Luke Cage, you're losing not only Luke Cage, but you're losing Misty Knight too.
Right.
So
she's the lead. I think they're gonna come back. I mean,
I do think they're gonna come back. That's too much money. They've embodied the characters. I mean, they have those personas. They're gonna make that schedule work.
And think about it this way, because this is what you have to realize with everything that's going on in the Marvel universe. Coming back as these characters for the TV shows, you know you're going to get something in a movie. You have to understand that Disney and Marvel are saying, we're going to bring these two universes together at some point, and you can be there.
But are they contractually obligated? It may not be up to them. It may, because Misty, the young lady who plays Misty Knight, she's the lead of that show.
Yeah, but they can work that out.
And I mean, it's. I mean, can you star in two shows, especially when you're talking about network TV, where you're talking about 22 to 24 shows that you have to film?
Well, remember, now we're looking at something different, though.
So no, but I mean, still, those network TV shows, CBS, NBC, ABC, those are 22 to 24 episodes.
No, everybody's 13.
No. Those network shows. Those network shows are over 20 episodes. So you're talking about 20 episodes of your network TV show, and then you come back and do 10 episodes for Marvel.
But see, here's the thing: they split them. You know, especially with COVID right now. So things are getting staggered. So they've already shot probably the first half, at least the first half of the season for All Rise, because they've already started it. The show just started like last week or 2 weeks ago. So for her, they've already started. For Evil, they probably did the same thing. So with the Luke Cage, they could fit that in the break between the show. Other thing is
rigorous schedule, man.
It may be rigorous, but when you're in as an actor, now that's one thing. As an actor in the industry, when you're in demand, when the fire is hot,
you got to strike when the kettle's hot.
So if you got to do that rigorous schedule to keep going, because I mean, where's old girl from Sleepy Hollow? They let her go or whatever happened on that shit, and she
got blackballed.
Right, she got blackballed. But I'm saying,
we actually talked about that. Yeah.
Oh, if we really want to go back, David Caruso is like, I'm gonna be a movie star. Yeah, okay, all right, David Caruso. We see how that shit works.
And he has disappeared off the face of the earth, man.
No. He had to get on them knees and come back for CSI. And he had,
but he was gone for a minute, dude. He was nowhere to be found. He was
nowhere to be found. That's what I said. He had to come back and be on somebody's couch and get CSI.
Lord have mercy. Yeah. So I mean, I fully agree, but I mean, I guess it depends on the individual. Like you said, as an actor, you don't know when your next job is coming, so you gotta. Like Samuel L. Jackson said, he will do anything that comes his way. And you see where he is now, established and a multimillionaire, and he's just like, I'm still doing whatever.
And to his credit,
mm-hmm.
What do you say? Because I think I'm about to say the same thing.
Second highest grossing actor.
He
was the first at one sec.
It just changed. I forgot who the white dude is that went ahead of him. They had a movie come out. I can't remember who it was.
Well, it was between him and Harrison Ford at some point.
So it must have been Harrison Ford. So.
Okay.
After Star Wars movies came out, Harrison Ford took over.
Oh, after the new Star Wars came out. Because before Harrison was in the new Star Wars, yeah, Sam had that locked up.
Yeah. Well, he'll get it back because he's got more Marvel movies to do. Yeah. So okay, so we've talked about Luke Cage. Now, Daredevil, that actor, I don't have to see him doing anything, so that's not an issue.
I think Charlie Cox took 2 years off because he's like, yo, son, I'm coming back. I'm not even. I'm telling you, it just made sense.
Right.
Listen.
Right.
Daredevil was a huge success.
It was.
Why would you give that up?
Yeah. Which then translated the Punisher to even his own spinoff because it was so successful.
Right.
And then Luke Cage broke the internet. He broke Netflix.
It did.
Absolutely.
It did.
And who the hell knows who Charlie Cox is? So I mean, why wouldn't you come back?
They're already talking about movie parts for him with Spider-Man.
Yeah, because if you got Spider-Man, Daredevil's not far behind. So, but I'm curious, no one has mentioned Jessica Jones.
Yes, I was going to mention Jessica Jones because Roy dissed my girl by putting her in the same damn conversation as the Fist, and that kind of pissed me off because, Jessica Jones was way better than the Fist.
Okay, so DJ, let me explain something to you. Being way better than hot garbage still makes you garbage.
Well, you know what? I disagree. I like Jessica Jones. I thought that series was pretty solid. I did.
You don't like what?
You know what was the most interesting part of Jessica Jones was
just
her two best friends. That's the problem with Jessica Jones and with Iron Fist. Their actual characters cannot carry a show.
I think Jessica Jones can.
Oh, come on.
I think Jessica Jones can.
He's a drunk asshole.
Okay.
And
with superpowers.
Wait a minute. And
is that so that knocks her out the spot because she's a drunk asshole?
But that's just like, and I say that to put it in this perspective. That's just like we talk about Danny Rand. He's a spoiled rich kid.
Okay.
That's the depth of
simple that remark.
But no, here's the thing. Writing could make anybody more interesting. Jessica Jones' story arcs, the first season was better than the second, I have to admit.
Yes.
But that third season, it was third season.
That's because they gave too much to the side chick.
Yeah.
They tried to make her, and it's like, come on, let's, go back to Jessica, maybe, have Jessica, bring in, they just, they made her too weak to it wasn't the liquor. The liquor had nothing to do with it. It was, she was weak because, this is her sister growing up, they gave the mama too much exposure. She had too many. They just, I don't know. For me, it should have been more about Jessica and solving crimes and stuff like that.
Fighting her personal demons.
And fighting her personal demons, yes, but solving crimes as Jessica Jones, not having to deal with her family, her mother, her adopted mother, her adopted sister, all of that shit.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
My boy, I guess Damon Yogurt.
Denon.
Oh, Denon Yogurt. Said Charlie Cox was in Boardwalk Empire.
Was he?
Apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Never saw it.
What?
No, I didn't.
Wait a minute. How you gonna wait a minute? Before the show, we were talking about 4-Man Enter. You like, what about Boardwalk Empire? But you never saw it?
I never saw any of the other shows we were talking about either. So I was just like throwing stuff out there.
My God. Hey, Roy, you sure you got the right host up in this motherfucker?
Yeah, Boardwalk Empire doesn't classify as comics and sci-fi.
Okay, fine. We've gotten a little bit away from, all right, my bad. Bad.
But we all can agree that Iron Fist was hot shit.
Hot shit. Not even hot shit. It was like cold kind of
sweaty monkey ball.
Yeah.
Iron Fist sucked. So if we get another if these characters happen to translate to Marvel, do we want to see another Defenders team up as well?
As long as they get a new Iron Fist. The dude who plays it is just not. He's not charismatic. He does. I mean, he's so soft and it's the actor for me. It's the actor.
For me, it's the writing. I just thought it was real hokey.
It's a horrible show.
I mean,
So
Iron
D J's
Fist
the
had
actor.
Rosario Dawson. It had the hot Asian chick. You know, he was the weak link.
He was, yeah. But I mean, I just think the whole thing it was poorly thought out. I think they needed to come at it from another angle.
Big time. Yeah, they need to reinvent it.
It was, and Marvel is big on continuity, so I don't know how they could just kind of rejig it. But if they could come at it from a different angle.
Well, can I ask you as the premier comic book dude?
Yes.
Was the Iron Fist in the comics ever relevant?
Leading man material. So Iron Fist was, and this is where I miss Gus. Iron Fist was a solid character.
My bad. I can't beat Gus. I'm sorry. Damn.
John Byrne rebooted it and made him a little more interesting. Iron Fist has always been about his surrounding cast. And there was nothing surrounding Iron Fist character in the TV show that made him interesting.
Okay.
Luke Cage had all of Harlem to play with.
Oh my God.
Daredevil had all of Hell's Kitchen to play with. Jessica Jones had that bottle and her own personal demons to play with. There was no particular playground for Iron Fist to have. You know what I'm saying? And
wait a minute, come on. No. You're taking it away from the actor. And I'm saying, what do you say?
What'd you say?
Your boy said that the Iron Fist character, the actor, was in Game of Thrones.
He was.
Was he?
He was.
Did he play the gay dude?
I don't know.
No, I'm talking about the gay prince. You know, the one that was
No, that wasn't him.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
No, that wasn't him.
Denon, what part did he play?
As we wait for
that. But anyway, no, but as far as that's what I'm saying, he's not a good actor. You know, he doesn't have that he doesn't have the charisma as Jessica Jones embodied Jessica. Well, the actress embodied Jessica Jones. Michael.
Charlie Cox.
No.
Michael Collier.
Coulter.
Michael Coulter is Luke Cage. Charlie Cox is Daredevil. These guys and oh my God, talk about villains. I mean, Daredevil's got the best, number one.
Vincent D'Onofrio back.
Oh my God.
And that would be the best thing about all of this is that Kingpin gets to come back.
Right.
Vincent D'Onofrio, who played Kingpin, was the best thing about Marvel on Netflix.
Gotta have it. Got to have it.
Vincent D'Onofrio played the hell out of Kingpin.
Denon said he was the Queen's gay brother. He was the dude.
Oh, he was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and he was weak. You know, I mean, he doesn't have the screen presence to pull it. You know,
no, he doesn't.
So I'm saying if they came back with, a new Iron Fist, actor, and like I said, better writing, and then what you got the his villains, the guys that he fights against, the whole.
Really, it was always just Kingpin. I mean, the way that they wrote, that's the thing that I think made Daredevil so good. Was that even though they were bringing different people in, because think about it, the only real other person they brought in was Bullseye. Yeah. And even what was Bullseye? He was a pawn of Kingpin to destroy, his reputation.
So so Marvel, if you're listening, if you're bringing back all these series and you're thinking about another Defenders miniseries. Kingpin would be the ideal villain for that.
Absolutely.
Kingpin would be the ideal villain. So before we go down that particular rabbit hole, we now come to a feature that everyone is kind of lukewarm about, but they're going to act like they love it. 4-man enter, 1-man leave. Blaxploitation edition.
There you go.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Oh, don't worry about it.
We've got today heavyweights, Shaft,
Yes.
Superfly,
Show you right.
the Mac,
Right on, right on.
and because we're not sexist, Cleopatra
right.
Jones.
That's right. And
Cleopatra
if it was five, we would have had Foxy Brown, but we had to choose one.
But it's 4 because that's the theme, and
yeah,
that's it.
there you go.
So, number 1, Roy, who's the first one you're kicking off the island? Uh-oh.
So y'all are not gonna be happy.
Oh.
We're not gonna be
Actually,
happy.
I've never seen either of those movies all the way through.
You've never seen any of these 4 films?
Any of those movies?
Not all the way through. No.
Oh, Roy.
Oh my God.
How dare
I'm
you
not a fan
consider
of
yourself?
blaxploitation.
How dare you consider yourself a black
Well,
man?
okay. There's one thing. Okay, all right. First of all,
Blaxploitation.
it's not that you have to be a fan of blaxploitation, Roy, but we all grew. Well, a lot of us grew up the same way, and we watched them. We actually saw them when we were kids, and the reason we're doing the 4-man to 1-man leave now is because as adults, do they translate to us now like they did back in the day? Do they hold up? Do they hold water? As my man cousin Vinny used to say, do they still hold water?
Ah, goodness. That was damn near poetic, DJ. Thank you so very much.
So that must have been that Chicago upbringing. I was in West Palm and they didn't let me get to
Oh, that was definitely a Chicago upbringing, brother. The Woods, the United Artists, the State Lake, the Dearborn. Come on now.
Chicago thing. All right, DJ. So Roy is
They didn't have
excused.
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys still had slavery down in Georgia, so y'all didn't have blaxploitation. My bad.
I wasn't in Georgia, mister. I'm a Florida guy.
Which is a little bit worse.
No, it is not. Florida is the only southern state with more than one metropolitan area.
Okay.
Meaning it has over 1 million people in population.
And they're all nuts. So
Well, you didn't quantify that part of it. I'm just telling y'all I'm not from no country.
yeah, right. Okay, so Roy is excused from this particular session.
Yeah, because as we say in Chicago, is this your downtown?
So DJ, of the 4, which one's off the island for you?
All right. Superfly does not hold up at all.
Really?
Yeah, man. I went back and tried to watch Superfly as an adult, and I was like, what the? I'm like, this is who we were talking about. I'm Superfly. When you were a kid, like, hey, I'm Superfly. It's like,
right.
No, I wouldn't associate myself with that mug at all. Total sellout. That mug.
Wow.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
DJ, did you see the new Superfly movie?
No, I refuse to see it because I'm like, like I said, I went back and saw the original Superfly when they talked about a new Superfly coming out, and I was like, wait a minute, is there a reason for this? And so I went back and watched the original Superfly and was like, this is some bullshit. Like, this is, this motherfucker totally sold us out. Like, he would have been the first motherfucker I shot.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so first for me, I'm sorry, Cleopatra Jones.
Oh,
First one off. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm
You gonna get me sugar.
Yeah. I just feel and hear me out, because this is gonna sound really bad.
Okay.
These particular films are male dominated. So even though Cleopatra Jones was a bad sister in and of herself,
Shut your mouth.
the genre doesn't hold up well for women. That makes sense? Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Okay, wait a minute. Cleopatra Jones was not a hooker. She was a badass woman who basically, like, she was like Shaft in the sense that she took care of her neighborhood, was respected in her neighborhood.
Right.
Her brother was the one dibbing and dabbing in, Antonio Fargas was the one dibbing and dabbing in drugs and stuff like that. She wasn't about that. She was clean. She was just badass, but she took care of things in her neighborhood just like Shaft did.
I'm
just saying.
No, and I agree, but I just feel that the blaxploitation, the art that is blaxploitation, did not help. There were with all the stereotypes that were already there. There were so many stereotypes about the black woman as well that didn't hold up for me.
Okay, all right. Now let me ask you a question. When's the last time you seen Cleopatra Jones?
It's been some years.
Okay.
Some years. I was an adult though.
Yeah, but watching it. Oh, you were an adult. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Petey Weestraw, the devil's son-in-law. Who brought up that?
If we're gonna bring that up, we might as well bring up JD's Revenge.
Wait. Petey Weestraw deserves its
own. Yeah, that's a whole.
Rudy Ray Moore deserves his own section, Jack.
Yeah, we got to do that another day.
Yeah. Petey Weestraw, the devil's son-in-law. That's.
And I'm gonna have to get a bigger bottle if we're gonna go down. If we're gonna talk about Rudy Ray Moore, that's a whole.
Man. Yeah. That he deserves his own list. Okay, who's next, DJ?
The Mac.
Oh.
He's a pimp. And like the song starts out, brother, gonna work it out. At the very beginning, I love it when they include, and I always listen to the beginning. It's like, come on, John. We can't get rid of the drug dealers and the this and the other without doing it all. He's like, hey man, ain't nobody pushing me out my business. It's like your business is getting women strung out on drugs so you can pimp them out on the street. You got to go, brother.
Pretty much.
You got to go. So Mac is Mac, Superfly was the drug dealer. The Mac is the pimp. They both got to go.
I got you.
But Mac was much smoother. And he had Richard Pryor as his boy. So, I give him a little bit of, leeway.
I got you. Next for me is Superfly. Just because I can't, for the pretty much same reasons you were talking about. I can't get with some of the themes that they were dealing with as an adult. Again, talking about from then to now, and just that hair.
Come on, man. Come on. That was.
Oh, I'm hating.
Big time.
I wish I had hair that majestic.
You hating on the light-skinned brothers with the good hair.
I wish my hair was that majestic. At one point, my hair was majestic, but then I got married with that good black love with my 5 children, and now look at me.
Oh my God.
Hair's gone, and this is gray. So yeah. All right, DJ, who's next? Who's next, and who stands on the mountaintop? You got Cleopatra Jones and Shaft.
I know who I got. I gotta let go of Cleopatra Jones, only because if I were, and this is gonna be sexist, because if I were a woman, it would be Cleopatra Jones, but I'm not. So I would want to be Shaft. I'm just saying, like in a choice between the two, I really put them on an equal, setting as far as, trying to take care of their neighborhoods and this, that, and the other, black superheroes that are realistically in the hood. But I'm a dude. So I would, I want to be Shaft.
All right, I got you.
Not Samuel L. Jackson Shaft. Richard Roundtree. Richard.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would have to agree. For me, it's between Shaft and the Mac. And Shaft was like a legitimate superhero. And for a little kid who saw Shaft, I was like, wow, I want to be like that. When I used to call my father Shaft.
Okay.
Point. And looking at it now, just what they had to go through to make that film and to make that black man as strong and as powerful as he was, and not be and not be submerged within the culture of drugs and hoes and whatever.
Right.
The Shaft has to be number one. I mean, it's not really not even close. Shaft is number one.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, now that we've tied this up in a nice little bow, Uncle Roy, you promoting anything this week? Lord have mercy. Didn't you just have a show yesterday? Is that going to be available to see on the?
No, that won't be out until January.
Okay.
Yeah, we recorded. We brought back a show that was previously on the network called the Live Wire Cafe. So get you some eclectic and some off the beaten path music, some real soul music, spoken word, artists who are really into their craft. That's what that'll be.
Okay. It's called Live Wire.
The Live Wire Cafe. Live
Wire Cafe coming in January on the Jericho Broadcast Network. I love it. I would love to listen to some nice music, but I'm scared to come out of my house. I want to listen to live wire music, but I don't want to be under somebody's hospital bed. What's that?
Okay, I was, you can't just, leave Shaft at that. I mean, one other reason that Shaft has to be number one is that you can't really think of Cleopatra Jones, her background music. But we would be remiss if you weren't feeling like Shaft walking down the street with Isaac Hayes playing behind you, with that badass Oscar-winning soundtrack.
Oh, Shaft had it all. Absolutely.
He had a theme music, he had a leather coat. Come on.
He was a black superhero created by black people. It wasn't no Wakanda Forever created by Stan Lee, this Jewish dude making up an African country. This is
real stuff.
A brother who's played by a brother who's created by a brother who was filmed by a brother in the streets, and it was powerful, especially
way before Black Panther,
especially at that time. And it wasn't as exploitive. Like we were just talking about Rudy Ray Moore. He wasn't walking around rhyming and screwing 10 women at a time.
Shaft was not a joke.
Oh, wait, he was. Sorry. So.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. What?
I said he wasn't, because, Rudy Ray Moore would have like 20 women in the bed at the same time. And I was like, Shaft didn't do that. Or maybe he did. So, Uncle DJ, anything out? You promoting anything this week? Uh-oh. He rears back, takes a puff from his cigar as I see the wheels turning in his head.
I am promoting the best thing on the internet in the last month is Chef Aquarius. If you have not seen Chef Aquarius, you need to do yourself a favor. The best thing on the internet that I am promoting is Chef Aquarius. Okay? Get hip if you're not already hip to Chef Aquarius.
Okay. Chef Aquarius, I have to say, Chef Aquarius makes me laugh. And I guarantee he'll make you laugh too. I got my cousin's gear on today. Miles Hike Club. James Miles up in the northwest, up in the Northwest Mountains. He started his own business. He has an apparel line too, where he takes you and your group of friends hiking. If anybody finds himself up in the Northeast, James Miles, Miles Hike Club. Check him out.
Is it Northeast or Northwest?
Northwest, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Northwest. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember if it's Washington or Oregon, but I know he's up there somewhere, hiking around in the mountains. So, shout out to James. Thank you for the hoodie, sir. I'm gonna get me some sweatpants too. But I believe now. See, you know what? I do this every week, and then DJ interrupts me with one more thing. Do you have anything else today, DJ?
Let me see.
Here we go.
I mean,
wait.
Uh-oh, hold on.
Go ahead, Roy.
What's going on, Roy?
Real quick, I just thought about it. And we did mention either one of them this week. have you guys caught up? What the hell?
Yeah, what is that? What's going on behind you? DJ, you're now sitting in somebody's lap.
Well, actually, yeah, it's my lap. I was trying to show you my hair back in the day so you can see how the light-skinned brothers used to do it, but I'm going to have to clip the photos so it's a little long so you can see my hair.
That's not a good look right there.
Okay. What were you going to say, Roy?
I was going to see if either of you have watched The Mandalorian or Discovery.
Yes.
Are you caught up on it?
Absolutely.
Discovery just came out with the episode today. I haven't seen it yet.
It came out
Yeah, that one I gotta see. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm enjoying both of them actually. But I think the thing that DJ was talking about is starting to happen with actually no, you may have said it. With Discovery, that the villains are starting to be
Rear their heads?
yeah,
Okay.
you're starting to realize who the villains are
Okay.
in this process of everything. And then the Mandalorian, like I said, I think they're finally getting there. We probably won't get Ahsoka Tano in this week's episode. They were saying because this is tomorrow's episode of The Mandalorian is actually the one that Carl Weathers directed.
Okay. That's cool. DJ, that is a very powerful head of hair, my friend.
That's why I had to go back and watch Superfly, because when I was a kid, they used to call me Superfly. And when you're a kid, it was like, hey, Superfly, you know. And then I went back as an adult, and I was like, oh, this is bullshit. I'm not Superfly. These dudes are drug dealers selling out the community. I was like, I don't know. No, can't do it.
Okay. And on that note, thank you for joining us this week. If you've been rocking with us from the beginning, please continue to do so. We've got more excellent content for you. If this is your first time joining the Grumpy Old Nerds, we thank you. We appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Please come back. Uncle Percy, we wish you well. Prayerfully that you are able to join us next week.
Yep.
Cindy, we're going to get you on next week. We're going to work out the kinks. Thank you, Uncle Roy. Thank you, Uncle DJ. Thank you, Uncle John. That's me. You all enjoy yourselves. We're back on Wednesday next week. Are we, Roy? Back on Wednesday? We're back on Wednesday next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you. Peace and blessings, and good night.
This is Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to